Hey guys, I want to talk really quickly. The season's over, boys. The season is officially over with a banger Jaden Iona championship game. Don't ask me how. Albany down going into halftime somehow comes back to blow the top off of the Fargo Bison. I'm not gonna spoil too much. You guys go watch that game. It was insane. Albany, I mean, clearly you can see. I don't know why. I don't know what happened. Maybe Austin Cass made the new quarterback. Maybe it's some of the new guys they have on the squad. Maybe it's the coaching staff that stepped it up this year. But coming out of last year and playing not as well as they could have, going into this year somehow putting on a actual show. I mean, they won every game pretty much. Oh, of course they won every game in the playoffs, but coming out of um, coming out of the regular season, I mean, they had a pretty good record. They were the first seed in the power rankings out of the entire single league. They were the first seed coming out of the regular season. They were 11-14, and now this team is destroying other ones. They beat Kodiak. They beat the Kodiaks. Who they play? Who they play week one of the playoffs? Um, okay, so they beat Tulsa, which was a defensive showdown in the snow. Then they beat um the Kodiaks in the Kellogg's Tony the Tiger game, but technically for that game, Albany was the home team. They just decided to wear white jerseys, if you're wondering. And then now here they are coming to play Fargo in the championship game, and they win again. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Props to them, man. Props to them. I can't wait to see them next year. We have to have some of these rematches because it looked like the Bison were gonna blow the top off of Albany like last time, but they were like, hell no, bro. We're locked in for this one, and they really came out and put on a show. Now we're gonna take a moment of silence to see this season off, and we'll get into talking about next season. All right, ready? Go. All right. Now we are back, and I just want to say what a great year last year. We had a lot of new teams added into the league. Next year, we're gonna have three teams, I believe, added into the league. Um, what are the three teams? Really trying to remember, just because we have so many. But I'm just gonna go over the teams that we added this year. And we're gonna go over the teams that are gonna be coming next year. So the teams that were added this year were, of course, the Fargo Bison. All right, don't forget them. Sierra Redwoods, El Paso Soul, Key West Swordfish, and the Tulsa Natives. All these teams made the playoffs. Then you had Utah Lynx, Jackson Stormtroopers, which Jackson was a really good team. They just got left out the playoffs. Um, they were right on that fifth seed, but I believe they're in the Atlantic Conference. They were right on that fifth seed. They just weren't able to get in. Utah Lynx, they had an up and down season. Man, their uniforms were nasty last year. They were not good. They're not the best technically this year. I'm still talking about 2027 season. The three new teams that were added this year were the Olympia Golden Finches, right, out of Olympia, Washington, the St. Louis Rivermen out of St. Louis. So that St. Louis rivalry is going to be going back in. I mean, that Mississippi rivalry is going to be going back and forth with Jackson, Mississippi, and St. Louis, Mississippi. And then you have Austin Coyotes. Now, another Texas team, which makes sense. Texas is a really big state. You have El Paso and you have Texas. I mean, Austin, Texas. And honestly, I'm really excited to see how these teams fare out. You know, it's going to be interesting. Going into this season, we have three new teams to make the entire league count 16. Are we going to add a team or more teams next year? I don't know. I mean, honestly, I like where we're at right now. You know, good set amount of games. Last year we had about 6 games a week. This year coming up, I don't know how many games. I don't know how many games we're gonna have a week. We'll figure that out in the scheduling process. I do really want to increase the number of games. Not crazy, but I like the amount of games we ended up having this year. 15 weeks, maybe increase it to 16 weeks. just to try it out, just because 13 games is not a lot of games. You feel me? So increasing it a little bit, I feel like that would just work great for the league. We also have more teams, so I want to have more of the starting rivalries. Coming rivalries. I want to get that. Um, um, Kodiak's Rochester Columbus rivalry. Even though that's really, I don't know why. I mean, both teams were really good the first year. It's kind of started the rivalry, but the Kodiaks pretty much swept the floor with Columbus last year or this previous year. So we'll really have to see how that goes. But um, yeah, so we were trying to get them in 2 times. I want to get Fargo playing Albany again. I want to get Albany playing Kodiaks again. I want to get all the original teams play each other at least once, and then they can play all these other randoms. So that's really the biggest thing. St. Louis, man, I can't wait to see them. St. Louis. I do want to get a team in Illinois. That's what I really want. I had a team coming up. I was thinking about adding the Illinois Phalanx. Phalanx is pretty much a set amount of soldiers back in the Greek days. So I was thinking about adding them. We'll see if they come up next year. But I do want to get a team to Illinois. I'm about to move there, go to college, and I do want to add a team where I'm going to be staying for a couple years. So that's the biggest thing. Basketball. For some reason, the connection is like a little weird. So if you saw the last 2 videos, they're very, very crackly, foggy, muffly. I don't know. Yeah, so you might want to listen or watch those videos on mute because it really irritates me. But we're gonna get that connection fixed. I ordered some new pieces, hopefully make it work. But yeah, I was not gonna force y'all through that. I might have one more highlight game coming out with the commentary off. Still kind of muffly, but it's not as terrible. But that's what we have to deal with right now until we get. I do want to keep sending out these basketball videos. Football. Probably I don't really. I mean, his technically, we can make him chronologically, like basketballs during NFL season, where during NBA season we can make it chronologically like that. But when you're seeing it just come out on the channel, it's just gonna be pretty much together. So the next season might start sooner than later. Maybe he'll be seeing some more content with the new season. Who knows? I do want to have some spring games. That's the next thing I want to talk about. The Winter Grind series. I only gonna have a set amount of teams. I don't want to have all 16 teams play early. Of course, some teams are going to be having practice. Some teams might be doing other stuff. But I do want to have a handful of teams just for the first year of this play in a sort of preseason tournament, maybe like 2 weeks, maybe have 2 games in the preseason. That's what I want to do. So teams so far we're looking at is the Kodiaks, Columbus, Albany. I want to get Tulsa in there, and then maybe the Pythons or the Wasps. I don't know, but yeah. So that's gonna be coming up. You'll maybe see it honestly by the end of this week. But yeah, that's what's coming up next. Um, this week, this year, it's already over. It's really just about looking toward toward the next year. The teams that I'm most excited for next year is I'm telling you, the Kodiaks are looking special. The Kodiaks are looking dangerous. Their team is looking dangerous. They upgraded a lot of their guys. A lot of guys got better. They got some new guys. I'm telling you, that team's going to be dangerous. Albany going into next year, we'll see how they fare out. Columbus is They did really well when it was only 5 teams, and when you increase that to 13 teams, they did not fare too well. They were 7-6, 6-7, one of the two. Yeah, they were 6-6. They were 6-6, which is interesting. They're supposed to have 13 games. Maybe they're 6-7. Who knows? But they did not honestly show out as well as we thought they would, and they struggled this year. So we'll just have to see how they play next year. But yeah, I mean, we're going into a whole new ball game, a full 16 teams. I'm excited to be able to download them here today. In the game, so I could just look at all of them together, all the new logos. I already put that in the last podcast episode, but a couple new teams have rebranded, not rebranded, but redesigned. There we go. They have redesigned their brand, their uniforms, their helmet, their field. Those teams are Sierra, the Redwoods, Utah, the Lynx moving to Salt Lake City officially. Um, Jackson Stormtroopers got new uniforms. Surprise Golden Wasps updated their uniforms. Of course, all the three expansion teams, you haven't seen those yet, but you'll see those soon. Madison Stormfront redesigns, and I'm excited for this new year. Fargo is going to be trying out some new uniform combos, and the El Paso Soul darken their blues, I believe, but Key West also got some new uniforms that look really nice. But yeah, we're gonna be seeing all these sooner than later. Make sure you check out the Instagram. I haven't been posting too much on it. Really, I've been focusing on this channel more, growing this out. But yeah, just check it out, just for some small stuff here and there. But I hope you guys really enjoy the content I've been putting up here. If you guys are seeing this, uh, like this video is old, I hope you guys enjoy the content I'm posting currently. And I mean, stay safe out there, y'all. In New York. It's a giant snowstorm coming through right now, and man, we haven't had school. Today's a Monday. We don't have school. Tomorrow we don't have school, so you're gonna be seeing a lot more content, hopefully pulling up on your screens, or just know there's gonna be a lot of behind the scenes shit going on. But I hope you guys enjoy. I love you guys so much, and yeah, guys, stay safe out there. Stay warm. This February going into March, weather is insane. March is starting in a week, guys. It's crazy, but I hope you guys enjoy. I hope you guys enjoy all this content I've been putting out here. Hope you guys enjoy the podcast. I do want to start uploading more podcasts to keep you guys updated with the stuff going on in the league. Maybe cover the biggest games. But I mean, this playoff has been amazing. We're just gonna end off on this. This playoff has been amazing. I mean, going into the first week, um, the big headlines out of this past couple of games is we're just going to go over them real quick right here, right now. First game of the playoffs was Albany Empire versus the Tulsa Natives, and man, also Tulsa Natives did get some updated uniforms. I forgot to say that, but I mean, that was a defensive battle. Both teams barely scored. Albany was able to pull us at the end of the game. This final was, I believe, 7-0. So somehow they got out of there alive. The next game was Rochester seeing Columbus again, but this time is the first time they've ever seen each other in the playoffs. Um, I don't believe I said this ever on a podcast, but last year, if you guys remember, well, 2 years ago now, um, Rochester beat Albany in the playoff, and that's why this year was so special for Albany. They got their get back. I don't know exactly how many times they played in the regular season. I'll look it up here, but I don't know how many times they won versus them in the regular season this year. I know Fargo played Albany earlier this year, and Fargo won that one. But let me just look it up here real quick for you guys. Yeah, they didn't even play this year in the regular season. They didn't even see each other. So this was their first time seeing each other, and I mean, Albany put the brakes on the Rochester team. But going back to this game, I mean, the Rochester team almost shut out this Columbus team. Score was 19-7 or 20-7, something like that. Insane. The next game, Sierra Redwoods got built to ass versus Fargo. Let's see. Sierra did end up getting shut out this game versus Fargo. All these playoff games, I want to rematch next year just to see how the squad's improved or not. But Seoul versus Key West was the last game of the first round, and Seoul pulls that game out in overtime. What an amazing game there. Then you had, of course, the Kodiak's Albany game. I already spoke a little bit on. Then we had the crazy Cheez-It game with Seoul versus Fargo. That was entertaining, to say the least. Both these teams are fighting, and somehow Fargo was able to get downfield with a couple seconds left on the clock, kick the field goal, and win the game. So, I mean, these playoffs have been honestly amazing. I'm so happy how it's gone. And, you know, it's just been great. It's just really just been a great year so far. And at times, maybe this year felt like a little bit of a filler episode at some points. But I'm telling you, next year is going to be amazing as well. So I hope you guys, again, enjoyed this season. Enjoy the content. Enjoy what I'm doing. I'm trying to build a fan base here on this channel like we did the main one currently. And yeah, guys, I love you guys so much, and stay safe. Peace out.
Formatted boys on the rise of the way like erosions. Y'all niggas way too tight, nigga. What do you gain from emotion? Stop the commotion. Y'all niggas not outside. Suck a dick, you sucker niggas can die. If I want it, ain't no way you can stop. I could cancel all your plans with a swipe. I could cancel all your plans for life. Truthfully, you see the physique, you know you're not fucking with me. To keep it a bean, I need me a G if I'm putting words to a G. You niggas centipedes, you sensitive fleas, 100 feet on them at least. I'm where I'm supposed to be, my spirit at ease. You don't wanna talk about free.